A very good afternoon to you. This is the news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I am Olusegun Fawole. The leadership of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has announced that it has directed all its branches nationwide to suspend their services due to the delay in the payment of June 2025 salaries. ASU branches at two federal universities, the University of Jos and the University of Abuja, have already begun strike in line with the directive. ASU President Professor Chris Piwuna confirmed the developments in Abuja, explaining that the institutions were merely implementing a resolution by the union's National Executive Committee, NEC, which mandates that if salaries were delayed by more than 3 days in any month, members should suspend their services until the payments were made. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has disclosed that late Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Owolabi Olakuleyin Ige I, will be given a befitting burial. Governor Makinde made this known while receiving a delegation from the family of the late king and members of the Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes, who informed him on the demise of late Oba Owolabi Olakuleyin Ige I.
The monarch's demise, Governor Seyi Makinde said the state would stand by the family during this period and ensure the late Olubadan receives a befitting burial.
Fortunately for us, God has designed our body for a certain period of time. I will commiserate with the family.
At the Alalubosa residence of Oba Olakuleyin, traditional drummers bade the late king farewell as the family described the passage of the royal father a celebration of life.
For us, it is a celebration of life. There is no mourning. He had his 90th birthday on Saturday, the 5th of July. He ascended to the throne of his father, becoming the Olubadan of Ibadan after a 43-year journey. So either way you look at it, from family life to military career to business, Kabiyesi lived a successful life. And therefore, we cannot be querying God as he has gone to join his ancestors early this morning.
Some Ibadan indigenes have expressed their heartfelt condolences to people of Ibadan and the family of Olakuleyin.
Forthrightness is very straightforward person. He doesn't mix word. I said, when I say Kabiyesi, don't call me Kabiyesi, call me brother, so that people you know that I'm your brother. May he show us in peace.
I happen to be a pillar in the house of God. He happened to be a pillar of support in the society. And in the society, that is a democratic bound society, then at large is a general philanthropist.
He couldn't be in one side of religion. He just carry all the religion as the same. And then he have good mind about the people under him.
He was our royal father, and if you go and do your research, you will know how close I was to Kabiyesi Olakuleyin. You will remember him as a good role model and mentor.
Real Kabiyesi is a Kabiyesi who have the interest of the citizen in mind. He loved Oyo State, and during his own tenure, Oyo State rise to the top.
Meanwhile, it was celebration galore at the Bodija residence of former governor of Oyo State and Olubadan designate, Oba Rashidi Ladoja.
The report was packaged by Grace Aina and read by Osarenoma Saba. Commissioner for Establishments and Training in Oyo State, Professor Soliu Adelabu, has announced the state's plan to revive the Simeon Adebo Staff Training Center through a public-private partnership and also push for digitalization to improve service delivery. The announcement was made at the inter-ministerial briefing held at the Governor's Briefing Room in Ibadan, the state capital. Meanwhile, Commissioner for Culture and Tourism, Dr. Wasiu Olatubosun, has also announced plans to redevelop the Mokola Cultural Center through private investment to attract investors and retain local talent. Others at the briefing included Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters, Honorable Ademola Ojo, and the Governor's Chief Press Secretary, Dr. Sulaimon Olanrewaju. On the foreign scene, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has opposed the higher trade tariffs imposed on his country by the United States, U.S. United States President Donald Trump announced that he will subject imports from South Africa to a new 30% tariff from August 1. It is the only African state affected by his latest announcement, reflecting his strained relationship with Ramaphosa's government. Ramaphosa contested the new tariffs, stating the issue was still under consideration by negotiation teams from South Africa and the U.S. South Sudan's President Salva Kiir has fired the country's defense forces, Paul Nang Majok. After 7 months, he assumed the position and named a replacement immediately. No reason was given for the dismissal, but the announcement said Kiir had appointed Dao Artijong as the Chief of Defense Staff, of Forces rather. Majok was in charge of the army while fighting raged between the army and the White Army. United States President Donald Trump said that the United States will send more weapons to Ukraine, primarily defensive ones, to help the war-torn country defend itself against intensifying Russian advances. The decision to hold some weapons shipments to Kiev prompted it to warn the move will crimp its ability to fend off Russia's airstrikes and battlefield advances, while drawing criticism from Democrats and some of Trump's fellow Republicans. In an additional statement, the United States Defense Department later said it will send additional defensive weapons to Ukraine at Trump's direction to ensure the Ukrainians can defend themselves while efforts continue to secure a lasting peace. Germany has summoned the Chinese ambassador to the foreign ministry after saying China's military had targeted with a laser a German aircraft taking part in an European Union operation called APIDES, which aims to protect maritime security. Germany's foreign ministry on social media platform X said that it is putting German personnel at risk and disrupting the operation completely. The incident comes as fears mount in the European Union about Chinese influence on critical technologies and security infrastructure in Europe. And now talking sport. Everton are close to ending their striker search, with Villarreal's Thierry Barry expected to fly into Merseyside for a medical before completing a £27 million deal. The formalities are not yet completed, but the move is progressing, with manager David Moyes ready to clinch Everton's biggest deal of the summer so far. Barry had a €34.4 million release clause in his Villarreal contract, but Everton expects to pay a lower fee for the 22-year-old who scored 11 goals and provided 4 assists in 38 games last season, as the Spanish club finished 5th in La Liga to qualify for the Champions League. You can follow us across our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and on X at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I am Olusegun Fawole. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.